can you please repeat what you have said, sir?
Sure, I'll repeat.
Please don't mind.
Yeah, sure, not a problem. So basically, when we say, so we have different libraries in Python, and we will be covering about these. Now we will start covering about these libraries now onward. So the libraries are pandas. The libraries are NumPy. The libraries are um Matplotlib. The libraries are Seaborn, and then the library, one of the very renowned libraries, sklearn. With the sklearn, then we go to like sklearn is basically used for machine learning. Then when we go for deep learning, we use TensorFlow and Keras. When we go for then like the for CNN, the other libraries like Keras is again used for the CNN model building, RNN, LSTM, and many more NLTK library for NLP. So, but before this, I'll go one by one on these libraries, give you a small introduction about it, and then I'll start with like first library. Pandas as a library is basically used for data manipulations. So data manipulations when it comes to Excel kind of a format. So if you see in Excel, what we normally have, we have the data available in the form of rows and columns. So whenever we need to perform any manipulation on this kind of a data, or working with this kind of a data, we use pandas library. The second library is basically the NumPy library. NumPy library is used for numerical calculation. So let's example, you want to calculate mean, median, standard deviation, and many more statistical things or mathematical things out of it. Then we use NumPy as a library. That's a NumPy library. Matplotlib and Seaborn are the libraries that are used for plotting graph kind of a thing that we need to make. Then we use Matplotlib and Seaborn library. So Matplotlib is basically even this pandas library has a capability to plot, but it uses Matplotlib on the backend. Even so, Matplotlib is one of the basic library in Python which is used for plotting. So apart from that, we have Seaborn as well. Seaborn library is again used for plotting. So the difference is with Seaborn, some extra effects might come which are missing in Matplotlib. So these things keeps on adding on as you go. So after 1 year, let's example, if you'll ask me what is Matplotlib and Seaborn, then there might be another library that might have been launched by Python that is more powerful than these libraries. So these are the libraries that normally come into consideration for floating kind of purposes. Then,
Sir,
yeah.
there's a little bit of background noise from your side. Like,
Is it better now or it's still same?
it's still the same. So, like, it sounds like you're turning
Is it
pages.
better or it's still same?
No, it's still the same.
Okay, just let me change my head. Is it better now, guys?
Yeah, sir, it's a little better now. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, do let me know in case some background noise comes. I don't know why. Because might be they like sometimes I use a different headphone. So, okay, not a problem. So the thing is, I've been talking about sklearn. Sklearn is basically a library that is basically used for machine learning calculations. So we will be covering, or some of you might have covered the introduction of the machine learning as well. So sklearn is always a library when we work on machine learning kind of a problems. So within sklearn, we will be using pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and many more libraries. And then after sklearn, it comes as a deep learning kind of a thing. Then we use Keras, TensorFlow, we use CNN, LSTM, RNN, and many more technologies. When we need to work on text data, the data that is available in an English kind of a format, text kind of a format, then what we use? Then we use NLTK library. NLTK is very renowned library which is used for natural language processing. So this is NLTK as a library. So these are the different libraries that we have, but today we will be focusing on pandas as a library. So let me share my screen and I will tell you about pandas library. Please let me know when my screen is visible to all. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Just give me a second. Let me put the charger to my cell phone. Okay. So let me open the Jupyter notebook. NLTK is a library. This is a file. Okay. Okay. So when I say whenever we work on any of the library, as a first command, we say we import that library. As yesterday we have seen, whenever we install Anaconda, some of the libraries come inbuilt, say Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib. These are the libraries that come inbuilt. So if any of the inbuilt library we need to call, or any other library we need to call, in case it is inbuilt, then we can simply call it in Jupyter environment. In case it is not inbuilt, then we need to install it with the different ways that we have seen. Another way is we can simply say pip install and library name here as well, and it will be installed in the environment that we have seen yesterday. But since pandas is the library that that comes as a pre-installed version, so I'll say import pandas as PD. So if I say import pandas as PD, it means it will import the entire pandas library as PD. So when I say PD means now all the functionalities of the pandas are available in PD. Let's example, your name is Mr. A and I'll start calling you as B. So you have two names. One is A and second is B. A is your home name and B is your school name, office name, official name. So then, but if by any of the name, if I'll call you, your attitude, your qualities, and all the things will remain same. So just rename pandas as PD, just for the naming convention. Else I can use pandas all the time as well. But I'll say like pandas as PD. So now, what this pandas will do, this pandas will help us to interact with the computer. So if I'll say if I go here, I'll say if I have any file, I'll say I have this file with me. So use this file on 6.4. Okay, I'll use that. So I'll copy this path. I'll come back to it. I'll say df is equal to pd dot. When I say re, so it gives me option which file I want to read. Let's example, I want to read CSV is comma separated file. Excel is a simple Excel file, and different files are there. So we normally deal with CSV and Excel, sometimes with JSON as well. So JSON is basically a file that is available in a dictionary kind of a format. So when I say dictionary kind of format, this means it is available. This file is available in key value pair. In case you have not seen it, we will also work on that. Okay. So I'll say pd.read. So the UK file that we have is, I guess, the CSV file only. It's CSV, yeah, CSV. So what I'll do is I'll go here and I'll say R and I'll say copy paste it. We use R. How do you know why we use R here?
Read the file.
No, like reading is fine. In case I don't use R, then also this will work, but I need to do some manipulations. So, but there's a specific purpose of R. The thing is, when we pass the path simply like this without R, so for every slash, I need to either use double slash or I need to use the backslash. So to avoid this, we use R here so that this will be read as it is.
Sir, sometimes even after using R, you will have to use the double slash because I've encountered
Sometime,
such stuff when
yeah,
I
the
tried
error
to
which we
read a
getting,
CSV file.
so it normally gives an error that is UTF 500 error, UTF
Yes,
800
yes,
error. So that is
UTF
basically,
800.
yeah. So here, there is something like we can use encode is equal to IS something. There's a code which is available on net, which you can use and which will, so that is basically sometimes there's a problem with the file format. So that's why it give UTF-8 error. So,
Like, how
but
do
you,
we find out if the error, I mean, if the file format is having any error? Because
so
the
whenever,
file that I,
yeah,
one second.
whenever Python gives you that error, UTF-8 error. So if I'll simply go here and I'll say UTF-8 encoding Python, you see here. So it will give you a Unicode transform format. 8-bit values are used in encoding. So there are also 1632 encoding. There are less. So this is basically, there's some problem with like the bit values that have been used. So but you won't be able to encounter it in a similar format when you read it in Python. Then it throws an error, but that error does not have a problem. So what you simply say is you can use encode something, a code with the encode, and it will transform it. So this, so let's example, this error came Unicode, ASCII code, say error 128 or any UTF-8 error. Then what you can simply see is you can just read the file with encoding that is mentioned. I am not getting the right encoding thing, but let me tell you. Right encoding, like the code that we pass here. So it's something like, just give me a second. Something like that. Yeah, so it was written over the top. You can use this dot encode is no this thing. Yeah, dot decode is equal to ISO 885 and something like this, and this will read it in a in that form. So yeah, so dot ISO 88591 something like that you can use, and it will convert it into the original like Python readable format. So I will be using certain CSVs where I'll be getting that error, but then I will be showing you that thing in detail. Okay, where is that? Yeah, here. So when I say this, if I'll say shift enter, so I have a DF here. So DF is first name, last name, company name, cities. You see the Excel file that we had has come into this format.
So where can we get the CSV file from?
This, so you can download any CSV file. So I've just downloaded this file at a random. You can download any CSV file in case you have. But
May I
in
know
case
the
you,
website, sir?
huh?
The website for downloading CSV file.
No, CSV file, you can say like go to Google and say download, you say GitHub UK minus 500 CSV. Let's see that. It will give you this file. I guess this will be same one. No, it is a different file. But you see, go to raw. Yes, this one is a CSV file, but this is not UK CSV. But you can find any of the CSV files. Say, you say C companies.csv. So this is so any CS. So you can simply say any CSV file, say CSV file GitHub. Say contacts location.csv, organizations.csv, whatever CSV file you want, this is available. These different files are available. You can download any CSV file from here. So there are many CSV files over the net. Services CSV. This will have this location and alternate program ID, whatever. Various CSV files are available over there. You can download any CSV file you want to work on. Or in case you want, I'll ask the team to save this file on your LMS portal so that you will be getting the same CSV file on which I chose.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So if I'll say this is a data frame that we have. So now to see the top 5 or bottom 5 rows, we'll say df dot head. Head is basically, it will show the top 5 rows. I'll say shift enter. It will show the top 5 rows, 0 to 4. This is 0th, which means first, second, third, fourth, fifth. If you say df dot tail, it will show the bottom 5 rows. But in case you want to change it to 3, you can mention 3 and it will display only 3 rows on the bottom. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I say df dot columns, it will give you the columns. It will say df dot describe. So you see here, it will give you the details like first how many rows columns are there, and it will also tell you about, so in case of any categorical columns, sorry, numerical columns, it will also show you some details. I'll tell you once you have this. So now this is the simple way to see the data. But what if I need to select any, so if I'll say df dot head, but if I want to select this any row, say this row, so I'll say, so there are two things here. One is dot iloc. Iloc is for integer location. Second is dot loc. Loc is for position or name, location. I'll tell you, don't worry. I'll say, so let me tell you, whenever we have this location in a consideration, it is say df dot iloc. I'll cover iloc first. It comes in this format. This format, where we'll say row starting number, row ending number plus 1 to column starting number to column ending number plus 1. I'll tell you, don't worry. So let's say example, and by default, okay, let's example, I want to select, say row number 0. So I'll say df dot iloc and I'll say 0. If I don't place comma here or this sign here, it will automatically select the rows. So this will select zeroth row. If I'll say this, it will give me the 0th row. That is this row. That was this row. Okay, guys. Anybody any doubt till now?
No, sir.
So you need to tell me. So okay, if I'll say, if I need to select first row, then I'll say df dot ilog and 1. It will select the first row. And if I'll say, so let's example, I need to select 0th column. Then how can I do it?
0,
comma 0.
Comma 0.
Yes.
It will say it's invalid. Why?
So you
Because-
have to click oblique, right?
So I need to use this colon.
Colon,
So it's,
yes.
if I'll say like this, now it will select the 0th column, because every time it says whenever you are specifying, then specify in this format. If this is not available, leave it. This is not available, leave it. But use this comma, and anything is not available, then leave it. You say, if you say like this, then it will select the 0th column. With me?
yes, sir.
Sir, but one doubt, sir, what is that +1 indicates?
Sorry, come again.
You said row starting.
Yeah,
number.
I'll come to that. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
So if I need to select the last row, then I'll say df dot ilog. I'll say -1. This will select the last row. If I'll say df dot ilog, this will select column. Okay. So if I'll do this, this will select the last column. If I'll select above, this will select the last row. With me?
Yes, sir.
So now if I'll say, if I need to select, say, first 5 rows, what do I need to write? Tell me.
12 counter, column, comma,
6.
So what do I, if I need to select first 5 rows?
DF
Sir,
dot
0 colon 4.
Column 4. So I mentioned, so
but 4 indicates the column, right? 0 indicates.
so that's a thing I mentioned. Whatever you mention for 5 rows, just plus add it 1. So if you say 5, then it will select 0, 1, 2, 3,
columns.
4.
Sir, why not we have to give the 0 column 5?
Sir, I want to ask, we add 1 because of index.
Because whenever Python works, it leaves the last value that is there, say index. It will select till that value. So it will say start from 0 till 5. Till does not include the 5th as a number.
Okay.
Anybody any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So why we need to enter the ilog as 0 colon 5?
0 colon 5 is because if I want to select 0th to 5th row, 5th is basically 4th row, then I need to mention I want to select 0 till 5. So this format. So starting row number is 0, ending row number is 4 actually. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the 5 that will be.
Okay, sir.
I'll say
I got
5.
it.
But yeah, but in case we are selecting rows, So this second part is not mandatory. In case of column, this second part was mandatory, that is this part. In case of rows, this part is not mandatory. So I'll
Okay.
say this, so this will select the first 5 rows.
And show up to 4
Yeah, sorry, 4. 0 to 4 is basically 0th, first, second, third,
is the
fourth.
first value. Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah,
I got
5
it.
rows. So in a similar way,
Sir,
yeah.
I want to ask that over here we selected first 5 rows, right? So what
Mhm.
if we want to select the last 5 rows? So for suppose we are having 20 rows, so we'll give 20 plus 1 in the end, right? Like 21. But we
Mhm.
don't have 21 rows in our data set. So won't it give any error?
No, you can try. So it won't,
Okay.
because it says till.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now what if I need to select, say, first 3 columns, then can somebody tell me?
df dot iloc 0 colon
0 colon.
4.
This will select the,
Sir, you have to keep not 0 column 4. You have to keep comma then 0 column 4.
this says for rows, but I need
Okay,
the
okay,
first
okay, okay,
2 or
okay,
3
sir.
columns.
Okay.
Sir, can I say
Yeah, please.
df.iloc 0 comma 0 column 4.
0 comma
0 column
0.
Call
4.
0
But
colon.
this will select the 3 columns, but the 0th row of it. You can say this. This will give me the 0th row. What is the 0th row of all 5 columns? Is this Alicia, Tome, Swiss, Rosenberg, 14. So this will give me the 0th value of these. But I actually want all the values.
0
So-
column 3 comma 0 column 4.
No, we need to
No, sir,
remove
we
this.
will only put comma and then
We will select like this, and we will say, so format remains same. In case of columns, format remains same. In case of rows, we have a leverage that we will miss the column part. So always remember this, you won't forget this, is that whenever you have columns that needs to be selected, then what you need to say is comma, like the same format that I mentioned above, row number, comma, column number plus 1, comma, column start number to column end number, row start, row end plus 1. So I'll repeat again, row start, colon, row end, comma, column start, colon, column end. So here row start, row end is not mentioned because I want all the rows. So I'll say colon, comma, 0, comma 4, and it will select the first 4 columns, 0 to 4th column.
If we remove the colon, will the answer be the same?
If you remove this, then you will see it will give error. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's example, if I want 0th to 3rd row and 2nd to 5th column. Yeah, tell me. 0th to 5th row and 2nd to 4th column.
Uh, 0 colon 4 comma 2 colon 5. 2 colon 5.
Yeah, you're right. Now, what if I need first, 4th, and 10th row? I'll say first comma 4 comma, sorry, first comma 4 comma 10th row and second and fourth column. Anybody any idea? So I'll say df dot ilog. So in this condition, I'll use the double parenthesis. Is that which row I want? First 4 10. So I'll say first 4 comma 10 are the rows, and I'll specify comma, and I'll specify say second and fourth, I'll say 2 comma 4. So in case it is multiple rows that are not in sequence, rows and columns, then we use this.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Why we use double columns?
Suppose that's the format. So okay, let me tell you. If I'll remove this. So if I'll say df.ilog, whatever thing is, I'll store it in A. I'll say this. And if I'll say type, it comes as a data frame. Okay, now if I'll say df.ilog, say I'll say 0th row, and I'll store it in say B. And if I'll say type B, it is series. Series is nothing but a single row or column in Python. If I'll tell you, so if I have the, so I have this, let's example, I have this data. This is a data frame with multiple rows and multiple columns. But if I'll select either this one or either this one individually, this will be known as series. So data frame is nothing but a combination of series. Either you combine it by the rows or you combine it by the columns.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is a series. Sorry. And this is a series. But this is a data frame. So now when we select this, this will become a series. But now when you said white, so I'll say df dot ilog, and I'll say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, say 6. It will select 1, 2, 6 rows. In case it is not sequenced, then we use this kind of format. Now if we want only 2 columns, so I'll say comma 1, 4. Okay. So it will give me 2 columns but no rows. If I'll say all rows, it will give me all rows and 2 columns. So whenever I need to specify anything that is not in sequence, like in a continuous sequence, then what we use is this double bracket.
Sir,
You guys with me?
Yes, sir.
sir,
Yeah.
sir, while we write 1, comma 4, that means it is selecting only 2 columns, that is 1 and 4.
1 and 4, yeah. And this 1 and 4 are not in sequence, that is 1, 2, 3, this is sequence. In case this is not in sequence, then we use like this double bracket.
Sir, my doubt is that you said कि हम हमेशा +1 लिखते हैं, so here it will not be
No,
turning as
when you are referring in series, then you write +1. In case you are not referring in series, then the specific column number will.
Sir, please explain, sir.
So now if, like example, I have been writing df dot ilog, say all rows, comma 0, 1, 2, 3 columns. 0, 1, 2, 3 is in sequence. 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'll say 0 to 3. Then I'll say 0
So
to
2, 4.
4.
Okay.
But in case I need to specify, say 0th, 2nd, and 4th column specifically, then I'll say df dot ilog,
All rows
all rows, and columns will be 0,
0.
2, 4.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Anybody any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
If I'll say df dot ilog, say 1, 2, 3 rows, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 8 columns, 1, 2, 6 rows. It will give me that. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, but you were saying something regarding the square brackets.
So yeah, this, so whenever we use this square bracket, people say df dot ilog. Guys, just give me a second. Somebody is calling.
Okay,
I
sir.
will be on hold for next 2 minutes. Huh? Just give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys. So yeah, somebody was okay. I was telling you if I'll say df.ilog and I'll say 1. So it will select the first row only. And if I'll save it in say variable f, I'll say this. And if I'll say type f, but it will be, since it's a single row,
Series.
no. But whenever we use in a double bracket, it will be automatically converted into data frame,
Data frame.
even if it is a single series as well. So that's
Okay,
the
sir.
another thing about this double bracket. Anybody any doubt till now? Or I'll proceed with the next set of commands with lock. So .iloc is still here only. Do you want me to revise .iloc? Recap?
Yes, sir. Just
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Yeah. So when I say .iloc basically means integer location. So the value that we have been mentioning here, 0, 1, 2, 5 are nothing but the integers. So in this we specify it with the two portions that are being separated by comma. So we as I mentioned over the top, it is basically a square bracket, colon, comma, colon, square bracket close. So first portion will be the row starting, the row ending, column starting, column ending. So this normally means that whenever we have this kind of format, if we are working on rows, if you're working on rows specifically, then the second portion is not mandatory after comma. In case we're working on columns, then this will be the format all the time. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Anybody any doubt? Because .iloc and .loc are very important with the perspective that these will be used all the time within our data science pandas calculations. So
Sir, can
after
you
this,
explain dot lock?
the .loc I will explain now.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, if whatever we are writing in the double bracket, will it always be data frame?
It will be converted into data frame only. It will be thrown as an output in the form of data frame only.
Okay, be it only even if it's only one column or one row.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Okay, and if we want to access only one column and row, then the output will be coming out as series.
Without double bracket, if you want
Yes.
to access a single row or column, it will be series.
Okay. And if we say write the same output in double brackets, then it will be data frame.
Yes.
And so one more thing, so like
Mhm.
here you have written in line 118, second line, second
Mhm.
subline,
Mhm.
where you written colon comma 0:4. So can we put this also in some in variable? Can we save in some variable? Like can
Yeah,
we put
it will be data frame only because here it is a multiple columns we are selecting. So we'll say G is equal to what's the type?
type G?
It will be data frame only. Since we have been selecting, if you're selecting only a single, then it will be a series. If you're
Okay.
selecting multiple, then automatically it will be data frame only because data frame consists of multiple rows or multiple columns.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, please put yourself on mute.
Sir,
Yeah.
if I want to actually show the first one, the first column, can I say df.ilog? Sir, Sir, may I ask a question?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, please ask. Somebody was
So
asking a question.
I want to show the first row and first column. Can I type df dot ilog 0, 0
What do you want?
to show
First,
the first row and the first column
so if you
only?
so in that you get df
df
dot
dot
ilog,
ilog 0, 0.
so 0, 0. If you'll say,
Yes.
if I type this, yeah, so this will give you the 0th it will select the 0th column, but the 0th element of the, if you want to select the
Okay, I
first,
got df dot ilog column, 0. This will,
yeah, then it will select the 0th column.
okay, sir.
If you want to specify any, say 3-4 values in it, say the value at 1, 2, 6, then it will select that. This is not like this, then you'll see like this, and it will select that specific values of.
Okay, sir.
So when we use dot loc, then it is basically index based location. When we say index is nothing but a label. So it's basically a label based location. So if I'll say, so I have the data df dot say head. So first name, last name, company name. So every time whenever we make an index, make sure it will be a unique value. So if I'll say, if I'll make any index, say, I'll say, so index is basically the reference. So if I need to call this column, what do I call? I'll say first name. This column is last name. But what if I need to call this row? I will say 1. But instead of calling 1, what I need a specific value to be given to this. So I'll say df dot set index, and the value is say first name or last name, whatever you want to take, you can take. I'll say last name as the index, comma, so I'll do this. If I'll say df now, df dot, so now you see the last name that was earlier looking like any other column, now came bit down, you see here. So this has become the last name. If you want to now refer any row, then this will be the name of the row. This will be the name of this row. Now this row cannot be referred. So if I'll say now df dot ilog 0, it will work. But now it will also have a capability that apart from the name 0, number 0, it also has a name. So with the help of index, we provided the names to the rows. So that's the beauty of index. Now if I'll say df dot loc is basically, I will call it with a name, say this name I want.
So why do we need to change the index? Sir, I'm not getting.
So we are, because the another way to select the rows and columns, one was through ilog, that is integer location. Another
Yes.
way to select it is through loc. Loc is basically index based location.
Okay.
So it will select. So let's example in your class,
Mm.
you have students. Say you have, say, this is serial number. This is student first last name. This is say this is say student roll number, name, and marks. Let's example. So every time if you need to call the students, how will you call them? Is it with the serial number? No. You will
Roll
either
number.
call them through roll number or their names.
Yes.
The
Name.
serial number is a. Come again, your voice is not audible.
Nothing, sir. I was listening.
Yes,
Sir, your
somebody else
voice
was
is
saying,
cutting
asking
in
something.
between.
Is my voice breaking with everybody?
No, sir.
Sometimes it's
So
breaking.
with okay. So in case it breaks, so ask me, then I'll repeat the last sentence again. So now, yeah, do you want to ask anything, any specific thing?
No, sir. No, sir.
Anybody who has any doubt till now?
Sir, the lock and the index concept I'm not getting, sir.
I'm telling that only. So let's example, you have a class in which you have 30 students. So the way you have stored their number is row number 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. These are the 5 roll numbers you have. The name is A, B, C, D, E. So these are the names. The marks are 21, 22, 12, 23, 23. So now serial number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the row number. So this is the row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4, row number 5. But every time you don't want to call them with the row numbers. You won't say the student with the row number 1 come here. You don't call it. So you will call it as roll number. You say roll number 2, roll number 5, roll number 7, or you will call with their name. So whenever you are naming any of these rows with either of the columns that you have, say roll number, name, or marks, then that particular column will become the index and this will go away. And this will be the index. So now whenever you will be calling, you will be calling with the roll numbers. Are you with me now?
Yes, sir. Here till here I understood.
Yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes, sir, but can you show the same in Python? I mean, the same in Jupyter, I mean.
Yeah, so in Jupyter now when I set index, this last name become the index. So we have taken in roll number, so we can make the roll number as index. So here in this data, I've been making this last name as index. Now whenever I need to call say Alicia or anything that is attributed to this row, I'll call with this name. With me?
Yes, sir, but once when you show the
Yes, sir.
same
Yes.
process in Jupyter, that you
The-
have sort of set dot index.
So here it is the command. So we said df.set index last name is the thing that I have made as a index. Now instead of calling as row number 0, 1, I will call every row with their last name.
Sir, can you please say how we are, calling them by their last name? Like,
So now earlier when you need to call this row, you say row number 2.
yes,
Is that
yes.
fine? But
Yes,
now I will say Zigmalas and this row will come automatically.
Can you show the syntax, please?
This is a syntax.
So
No,
everything
sir,
is
actually-
good, but we have to change the last name, right? Then
Yeah.
replace of the last name.
No, sir. This is to make the index, rename the index.
Mhm.
But if I want to know this Andrade if I want to know the information of the row Andrade, then how do I write it? That's what I'm asking.
Then you will, that's the thing which I've been showing. df dot log Venice.
Okay.
It automatically came as Venice.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So could you repeat it again?
So now when I need to call any of the row, I will not be calling it is the row number 0, 1, 2, 3 as I've been calling it in .ilog. I will be using these names, last names, and this entire row will be pulled out. So now if let's example
Okay,
I need to call this row, I'll say df dot lock, and I'll say this name, and all the records, all the values for this row will come because the name of this row is Andrade now. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First, we have,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so first we have to set the index and then we have to call by the name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you.
If I want 2, then I say I want Andrade and say this one together. So now all the columns, all the values of these two will be here. With me?
Yes, sir, but instead
sir.
of that, can we can
Yes,
use
sir.
iLog, right?
Come again, I didn't get you.
Instead of using the lock syntax, can we
Mhm.
use the iLog instead of that, right?
You can use the iLog, but for that you need to count on which row they will stand on. So this Andrade stands on 0, 1, 2 row, and Venice stand on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 row. Then what you need to say is
df dot
df dot ilog 0 and 4. Sorry, 4 and what was that number?
2,
4 and 2
2,
and
sir.
4.
2
2
comma
and
4
4.
comma.
Yeah. Then also this will come. Both are the ways.
So we need
So how, sir, could
having the
you,
column, right?
so
Come
how
again.
is it 2 and 4?
2 and 4
How
is
is it 2 and
2
4?
and 4 is when we have changed the index. When we have changed the index, so the row name becomes Andrade and Venice. But on the back end, it is row number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. So you can call it either with the name Andrade and Venice or row number 0, 1, 2,
Okay.
and 4.
Yeah,
With the
got it.
iLog, we'll use 2
Mhm.
and 4. With log, I'll call their names.
Sir, but you haven't mentioned the column in that iLog.
So if I haven't mentioned the column, so see here. So now if I haven't mentioned the column, it will select all the columns. If I'll mention any of the column, then it will select that selected columns.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
so if we had written Andrade colon Venice, then what would have happened?
Andrade, let me know and write df dot
Log Andrade colon Venice.
I guess it should be iLog.
So let me see, like let me type what you want to say. What do I need to do here?
Colon Venice.
It will give error. It will give so
Row
it will
from
give,
Andrade to Venice.
okay, just give me a second. It will select till.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. So colon system works in log also.
Yeah, in both the things column system works.
Okay.
That thing is common, but the naming convention has changed.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
If I'll say df dot log, and I'll say and Reddit, Venus, and I also need a particular set of columns as well. Then say I need city and email of these. So if I'll specify comma, it will select only these two particular columns out of it. With me?
Yes, sir, but both
Yes,
look
sir.
quite similar actually.
It's similar all the time. The only thing is the naming convention is.
Okay, sir.
Now what I need to do, I need to select the first name where first name is McWalters. Sorry, I need to select the first name where of the row I want to select the first name of this row. And how can I select?
We have to select what, sir?
I need to select first name of this row.
Okay.
I'll say df.log. Okay. And I'll say df like this. It will select the, so if I simply say this, it will give me the Boolean value. Wherever this first name is Ulysses, it will give me true. Now to select this, I will say df dot lock like this. It is select df the values where it is the first name is Ulysses. With me? Anybody any doubt?
No, sir.
So the second important thing about log is whenever we need to apply these conditions, these are applied in log only. If I'll say,
Sir?
yeah,
So instead of df, we can also write data.log.
the name is df only.
Okay.
The name of this data frame is df only. But in case it is data, then you can say data.log. You
So,
cannot do like, you will say ilog. It will say that it is a positional index based. Location based Boolean indexing cannot be used in indexable as mask. Indexable means it is a indexable. So you can say you always, whenever you are specifying the conditions, you say df.log and you select say df and you'll say,
particular row and column name.
so you say postal, let example, postal. is equal to, and you specify any postal value here. You'll select the row. When I say df.log, and if I'll go with this format, this means only the row needs to be selected. Because in case it is a column that I would have specified with this, it is a row only that needs to be specified. So it will say, it will go and it will check where the postal value is this, and it will throw that out. Are you with me?
And so it will it will print all the columns.
Yeah, because we have, so in case you want a specific column, then you can simply say
City.
out of this as well or within this as well. Both are fine. You'll say it will only give you the city of this.
Okay. And so
So
I
you
was
can say,
asking if we had written data instead of df, then why?
so you can write anything, data, data one, data two. Only thing is when you're storing this variable. Just give me a second. So I use the df when I read this UK 500 file. In case you have read it with data, then it will be data all the time.
Okay.
Just
So
give me
then
a second.
every time it will be right. Okay.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, you were asking something.
Yeah, sir, I was asking that we have written that df.log. So df is not the like a syntax kind of thing. It is more like
What's
our data file name.
what's your good name?
My name?
Yeah,
Nisha.
I'll say Nisha. Okay. So if I'll do like this, so I'll make it df1. I copied it and I pasted it like this. So now everything is Nisha.
Okay.
Now if I'll do anything, I'll say nisha.log or nisha.ilog.
Okay, sir, understood.
Got it?
So instead of Nisha, if we keep data or something as a name, we should represent to that only, sir.
Whatever. That is not a keyword. That is the word on your choice. That is user defined, whatever you want to define.
Sir, can you go some up in your Jupyter Excel sheet one
Yeah.
to above in 141? Yeah, so log. So what is the difference between this df.log of Ulysses and df6's dff? What you have said, both are the same, sir.
Which can come again? I didn't get you.
This int 140 and int 142, both are the same, right?
Yeah, both are same. So I might be trying something. So that's why I've written it. So I df dot, yeah, both are same.
Sir, actually,
Okay,
you were
sir.
saying that we cannot write ilog with the indexing.
Yeah. So here it is ilog. We cannot work on that. So that's the thing I was trying to explain. If with the log, now it's same.
Okay, sir.
So let's example now. Any, say if you want to, okay, so I was telling df.log, and I'll say any, so before that I'll say df.column. I'll say df.log. I actually want for all the people whose company name is this,
Equal to
whose company name is, say I'll take any company, chimpanzee room. I'll take this. Df dot company name is equal to this.
Sir,
And
you have mentioned, you should have mentioned df, right? Df dot log df.
yeah, so but I've been telling you, if I'll simply mention like this, yeah, then it will give me true and false. To embed this, if I'll say df dot lock, if I'll like this, it will give me all the people whose company name is this. Now if I'll say I want only two of their columns, say city and say address and city and postal. So I'll say comma city comma city, and I say comma postal. So only and city and postal will be displayed. If I'll simply say df company name, then it will simply give me the company name. So here I am not using either log or ilog. If I specify like this, I can select the company name direct. Are you guys with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Anybody any doubt till now?
Sir, can you please explain int 150 once again?
So here I said I want where company name is equal to this chimpanzee room, and I want the city and the postal code as a column for it. So I use that format only. If this format is like this, I said df.log. So it will be the format like here it will be the rows, here it will be the columns. So for the rows, I specified I want all the rows where company name is chimpanzee row, and if I say like this, it will give me all the columns. But I want only two columns, so I did
Okay, sir.
this. Okay, guys. So now the third indexing is known as IX. Are you like, are you fine if I'll cover IX today?
No, sir.
So because I know it will be too much of download for the different people who are basically new to it. The old ones might like digest it, but for the new ones, I guess it will be too much. So in case you think it is fine, then I'll stop here, and tomorrow I will continue from here, the pandas library only, because we have many things to be covered in pandas apart from IX and certain conditional formatting conditions that need to be selected. And I will start from here from tomorrow. And in case you want to, you are fine, okay, kind of a thing, then I'll continue here as well for next 15-20 minutes. Yeah, please suggest, guys. If you want me to stop here and cover rest of the things tomorrow, I'm also fine. If you want to cover it right now, then also
Stop,
I'm also fine.
stop
Stop,
today.
sir. It's too much.
Okay, sure. So what I'll do, I'll save this file and download as pynb. This is the file, I guess. Where the file has gone? File, download as. File, save as. Okay. File, rename. I'll rename it as pandas ilog. Okay, let's say rename. Why it is not renaming? So guys, you will get this file as output tomorrow. So I'll download it and I'll save it there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
Okay,
we'll meet tomorrow at 8:30 only. 8:30 will be the time. Only Thursday only it's the 9 time. From tomorrow it will be 8:30.
okay, sir. Okay.
Sir, can you show us int 150, please?
Which one?
Can you go to the Jupyter notebook, please?
Yeah.
Can you show int 150? Yes. That one, int 153. I meant, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Input 151.
F.log. Yeah.
Sir, there will be a doubt session on Saturday, no?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you guys. So we'll meet tomorrow at 8:30 only.
Sure, sir.
So will this file will be shared?
Yeah, I'll be saving this file and sharing it with them. Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be sharing this file with them. Yeah. Sure.
Fine, sir.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night.